Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to take a look at the cards that would be good for a pre-release or sealed event of OP-14 in the West. It will be next week. So what I want to do, I have the card list of OP-14 and the second part of EB-00. I'm just gonna take a look at the cards and see if they will be any good and what cards you should be able to look out for. So I want to mention, I'm not going over all the leaders. For as far as I know, most of the stores only use Rainbow Luffy that you get for sealed. I'll put a picture of him on the screen. What he does, basically he's everything, and if stores decide to do that, you cannot bring your own leader. In case they don't, you have a couple of leaders that are always good. The Zoro from 1PO1, Kid can be decent, Sanji is very good, and yeah, I just want to take a look at the cards. First couple things to mention is 2k counters are always good, blockers are always good, and yeah, let's get right into it. I have the list. I want to do it a little bit quickly because there are a lot of cards, and we'll see how it goes. So we'll start off with Bonnie, just a searcher, can be played. Would not recommend it unless you don't have anything else. This is the alt art. Smoker can actually be really good. The rush is always good. If you play with Luffy, Rainbow Shield, your leader is Navy, so your leader's base power becomes 7k. So I think this is a very good card. If you pull this, definitely put it in your deck. Same for this card. When attacking, your leader becomes 7000. Just getting base power and sealed especially, I think, is always good. And the stat line is also decent. Doesn't have counter power, but this is also a good card. 2k counter, mostly. Traffical Law. Not just a 2k counter. Zoro, I think, is super good. Again, also gives your leader +2, so makes your leader a base power of 7000. And then it also has an active main. You can give this character rush. If you can play this on curve, very strong card. Do need to note, all these cards don't have counter, so be aware of that. If you have pulled multiple, then defense event can be pretty decent. I would say if you don't have any better options, put this in your deck. This event will work with your leader because your leader is also a rally, but I don't think it is that good. Maybe 0 cost counter can be nice, depends on how many counters you pull. Yeah, stage, I don't think this will see any play. In sealed, this is just 2k counter, 2k counter. Actually, it is really hard to get this effect off, but it can be used, I guess, but mostly you will just use it as a 2k counter. Kobe, I think Kobe doesn't have rush like you give in the Kobe deck, but he does let you draw if you KO something, and draw is very good in sealed, in my opinion. I guess it depends on if you feel, if you get many Navy. I think this card is mid for sealed, at least we're talking about sealed. I will also take a look at the altars real quick. Amazing card. We got a manga. Well, basically a 2k, but can be used for more. We'll go to Doll, which is a blocker. Chunk blocker can be nice. 2k counter, Helmappo. I don't think this will see any use in play, so it's just a 2k counter. We have Lucci. If your leader types include CP, which you do, every 5 cards in your trash, you may trash 1 card. This card can be good. Stat line is fine. If you just have 5 cards in your trash, it's a 4000 power, 4 cost, 7000 power, and it lets you cycle 1 card from hand. So I think this is a very good card. Generally speaking, the super rares are always very good. And this altar is so nice, by the way. I'm not planning to play this, but this card is very, very beautiful. Next, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit cold. I have hay fever, so it's getting a bit annoying over here. You may trash 2 cards from the top of your deck, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 5 or less. If you get the trigger off, I think this card is really good, but I think it's mid for sealed. If you can get it as a trigger, it's very good. If you need to play it out for 4 cost, it's not that good, but I guess you can put it in your deck if you have a lot of cards that you can trash. You can trash this card if you don't want to play it. KOing is good, but it's decent. I think this is a mid card for sealed. It depends on what other cards you get, but it's not that bad. It's also not amazing. Another counter event with multiple use. Can use it if you pull a lot of navy or sword cards, I guess, but I don't think there are enough into this. We go to yellow from EB. This card, I don't think it's useful at all in sealed. Sanji. This actually can be very good if you have multiple yellow cards. This card's pretty good, I would say. Also has counter. The alt art. We got our second blocker. I will count in the end how many blockers we have. I think this is the second one. Decent blocker, just a chump blocker, that's fine. Kuma. If you have 2 or less cards, add up to 1 card from the top of your net. Top of your opponent's life cards to the owner's hand. This card is also good, I think. Has counter, 7 also. Good card. If you pull it, you should put it in. Another Kuma. Depends on the other cards, so I would say this card's mid. There's the Vista. It's a 2k counter, basically. Don't think this card will be good. You can give it optional blocker, but... Well, there we go. Borsellino. For sure, one of the best cards of this whole set. In sealed, in normal, this card will be absolutely insane. So if you pull this, you're happy. It is a blocker, it heals you. Very, very nice. Will be good in sealed, will be good in constructed. Very, very good card. What does this do? You may turn 1 card from the top of your life. For me, by the way, this is also just looking at the new cards. I'm not going to look into the decks yet, but only from cards that I know. But it's also looking which card will be good for sealed. So let's see. With a cost of 5 or less, I think this is not good in sealed. From the top of your life, cards face up. Also not good for sealed, I think. Secret Luffy. Oh, you can make it like a 9 cost. I think this card is mid. I actually can imagine that you can combo this with like one of the, for example, this one. If you have this on board, because seals you can play every quarter, your 7000k power, and then oh shit, I don't know which page we were on. Together with this, it's stacks, so then you have a 9000 power lead. But I don't think this card is too good. It's probably better than most options you get, so but I would say this card's mid. Next up, Zoro. Oh, this is the treasure rare. Yeah, this card is very good. Can set a self-active. This card, I don't know if you will pull this much, but this card is very good in sealed. Then okay, we'll skip the leaders. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we'll go to Evita. Give one of your opponent's rested Don cards to one of your opponents. Okay, so you can switch Don around. Don't know if that's necessary in sealed, but that's an interesting mechanic. I haven't seen a lot yet. I think this card is mid. Alt art. Useless for sealed. This card can be decent in sealed. Would say it's mid. Let's say it like this. It's usable, not necessarily good. 2k counter, so that's nice. Jin, if you lead you play up to one character with cost 5 or less. This is actually very good card. I would definitely say this is like S tier. For 6 Dawn you can play 2 cards. It's very Dawn efficient, especially in sealed. That's very important. It also has counter. I think this card's very good. Creek, give up to 3 of your opponent's rested Dawn card to 1.5. I guess this gives Rush. Rush is also always decent in sealed, but I would say this card is mid. It's decent. Cool alt art. We have Kobe. Just a 2k counter. This is a Dawn efficient card. Would say it's usable, it's mid, not the best, not the worst, definitely a good card to put in your deck. So this is a blocker always. That's nice. Oh, this card is actually really good for sealed. I think this card is also an S tier. Owner, leader, or one of their characters. KO, draw one card. Don't think this card is good. It's just a 2k. Decent stat line. So would say this card is mid. If you have nothing better, then you put this in. 2k counter, 2k counter. Also vanilla. Vanilla, I didn't mention yet. Vanillas are also pretty decent. Let's say you may give one of your opponent's rested Dawn card to one of your opponent's. One rested Dawn card to its owner. Leader one. Decent. You know what we will do? I will go. I don't want to make this too long of a video, so let's just look at the whole page and then we'll see. We'll do this card. Your lead against Precision, then give up to one of your opponent's commands. If you do KO with 0, this card is mid. I think it can be very good, but it can also just be a brick if you cannot use it. I guess you can always remove one, but it doesn't make it. I think this card is decent. I would say it's like A. It's not S tier, but it's like A. So I will go like this now. Yeah, we'll just. Actually, I can't read it like this, so we'll skip the leaders. I'm sorry. Will not become active. Okay, this is nice on KO. You give one of your opponent's rested Dawn cards to one of your give up to one Dawn card from its owners. So you can shuffle around one of their Dawn and then give up one Dawn card from its owner cost area to its owner leader or one of the characters. And then you can give another Dawn. It's such a weird mechanic, very interesting. For sealed, I think this card is decent because of the on KO effect and stat line is fine. Other than that, it's a very good card. It's usable, decent card. This character cannot be rested by your opponent's leader, and character affects and gains blocker. Oh, that's very good. So this is a blocker with an on KO effect. Very good card. I would say definitely use this if you have it. We have another big blocker. Also fine. Just blockers are always good. Just remember that. Searchable. Don't think it's usable. Okay, so you can combine this with the older card. You can make some combos with it. You can use it with Don Creek or with the Arlong, I guess. And it's also a 2k, so this card's also good, I would say. If you cannot play it out, it's just a 2k, so it's always fine. You got another 2k. 2k. Not usable. If I don't say anything, they're not usable. This card, I think, is pretty decent. For sealed, you can rest one of your opponent's cards. So it says card, so it can also be rested on. So you can also rest a Don when they save it up. And if you have, there are a lot of straw hats in this deck. For example, the Zorro. If you have this, you can restand it. So you swing 9, and then we were on page 4. You can activate main. You may trash this character if your leader is strong. You can set up to one of your characters with the bait, so you can put it back to active again. I think if you get 2 of those, and it's actually very good. And we will come across a couple of more straw hats. So I think Brook is very good if you have an older straw hat. The rest effect only is fine, but I think you will for sure. You can even use it on like Usopp. So I think Brook is a very good card for sealed. We'll go to the next point. Also this alt art. I love this alt art. I hope I pull this card. This is such a beautiful card. No, I don't think this card will be any good. The stat line is fine. So I would always say, if you have pulled nothing better for your pre-release, cards that have counter and are like 4 cost 5000 power or 5 cost 6000 power are always decent. I guess you can restand your leader with this, but it does take you alive. So decent card, not the best. 2k counter. Oh wow, you can combine it with Brook. Actually, interesting. Laboon, 2k counter. And also remove protection, but I don't think you need that in sealed. Okay, I think this card is very, very strong. Ryuma. It doesn't need to be a rested character, but that is a very good effect for sealed. Just being able to KO. If there are any rest effects, for example, if you already have this on your board and you will play the Brook, I'll take this one. You can just KO a 4 cost, basically. I think that's a very good card. Searcher, I don't think this is usable. Also don't think this is, well, you can use this on your leader. So this is a 4k power for your Rainbow Luffy leader. So this is actually a very good defensive card. I think a lot of people will not expect it. I think that's a fine card. We will skip the leaders. 2k. You know what? Let's go a bit quicker because I think we still have a lot of cards to process. Like I said, well, like I mentioned everything about the stat line. 5000, 6000, 5 cost, 6000 power and 1k counter is always a good stat line. 4000. So those cards are always decent. So I will go like this. Don't think this card is good. You can give it rush. It's like mid. It's optional, not very good. I'll see. We have a blocker over here. Just use it as a blocker. That's fine. We have another blocker over here. This can actually be really good to draw 2 cards, like I mentioned in the beginning. Drawing is very good in sealed, in my opinion. Then we have the Sabo blocker. Even if you do not have the Dressrosa type event from your hand, if you don't have any Dressrosa type events, I still think this is a good card because a 9k blocker in sealed is just very, very good. So I think Sabo is definitely S tier. So looking at this, I feel like blue has all the blockers. So we'll have another Sanchi blocker. You can also give unblockable, so that's also very, very good. Draw 2 cards, another draw. I think the blue cards are so far almost all pretty decent. 2k counter. 2k counter. Sorry, I need to sneeze. Oh man, hay fever's killing me. Oh, this card is actually decent. Nah, it's a 2k counter. Nah, I don't think this card is that good actually. I thought it's only on your opponent's turn, so not that good. We have another 2k counter. I think this is a... For 1 Don you can give it blocker. Actually, maybe together with the Arlong and the Creeks where you can shuffle the Don, there's a lot of potential. You can just attach 1 Don to swing, and then after that you can remove the Don and give it to discard. So it might actually be decent, but I don't think the search matters that much in this. Now let's look at the Dressrosa events. If you have Sabo, you can maybe combine them with... Okay, so you can maybe draw cards with it, return them from, that's decent, then draw 2. And you can combine some cards, I guess this is the best. So, for sure, if you have this card and this, then you're golden. So combine this together with this card, then you have a very good Don 7 turn. Actually insane. You draw 2, you get double tech and 8k power leader. That is very, very, very good, I would say. So next up, we go to purple. If you guys like this, by the way, next time I maybe try to prepare a bit more. If you would like me to only show the good cards, for example, maybe I'll do a summary at the end. But yeah, I will do a summary at the end for sure. But if you would like me to make it shorter or longer, just let me know and I'll try to do it for the next time. Anyway, let's go on to purple. I don't think purple cards will be good in sealed. Most of the purple cards are for NL, which is very specific leader because he only has 6 Don. And I don't think in sealed you want to minus Don that much. But let's just take a quick look. And this, for the stat line, it's still fine. And Activate, you can always use this as a blocker. You can always do the minus Don. So I think this card is fine in sealed. I think it's a mid-tier card. The stat line is good. But other than that, I don't know. I guess if you don't have anything better, you can play this. That is basically, I just want to look at the alt art. That is a cool alt art. So I don't think this is the best card for sealed, but it is, it's a mid. Yeah, see, so I think this is not useful at all. This is a 2k counter, that's fine. These cards are just made for NL. There's 2k counters you can use, but other than that, because it's nice that this has rush, but at a certain point you are just, you want to be above 6 Don, so I don't think these cards are any good. Maybe the events are good. I see another 2k counter. Let's just do all your own cards and this character can do. So this, actually, your leader is also Ohm. So your leader has double attack if you have this. So this card, this card is actually good because your leader is also Ohm. So if you have this in play, your leader's base power on your opponent's turn is always 6000. This card, I think this card will go unnoticed. This card is actually good because it says specifically all cards, not all characters. It says all of your own cards, and the Luffy leader is also Ohm. So I think this card is very underrated. This card is good. You mirror this character. No. Yeah, all the counter events are just basically counter events. I think you don't want to do the minus Don, but they say up to one of your NL cards gain plus 2000 power during this battle. So it's basically 0 cost counter, which is fine, I guess. I don't think this card is ever very good because you will go above 6 ton all the time. You just don't want to go below 6 ton in sealed. That's basically what I'm trying to say. We'll move on to the black cards. Well, decent stat line. This is mid. This is not that great. 2k counter. It's to your hand. I don't think this is any good. Another 2k counter. Don't think Nami can be very good with a couple of straw hats. For example, you can take the Brook. Or last from your chest, you can even play the Zoro back. If you have all the straw hats, this card can be very good. And of course a Nightmare Luffy, but we'll get to that later. This card, it is a blocker if you have 10 cards in trash is not that easy in sealed, you know. It really depends on your deck, but you only have 40 cards, so this card can potentially be useful, but it's not that good. This character gains plus 6 cost, you may play... Nah, don't think it's good. Maybe you can play out a blocker Zoro with this. This one, haven't come to that. It's just a chunk blocker. We have a 2k, we have another 2k. We have another 2k. So Nightmare Luffy, this card is also... I would say it can be useful if you also have the Nami. Like I mentioned, 10 cards in trash is pretty rough. You can do it with the chopper, so maybe if you really want to go for it, you can create a deck with it, but I don't think it will be that good in sealed. And getting to 20 or 30 in your trash, then I think you have a very long game for sealed. I don't think you will reach that, to be honest. We just have a blocker. Counter event for 15 cards. I think this is very decent if you also have some draw. Don't think this card will see any use. We'll go to yellow. We're almost done. I will put a screenshot of the best cards in my opinion at the end. And I won't go over what they do anymore. I will just show you. Here's one supernova type card from your hand. This character gains rush. Can be useful, won't say it's good. Kalgara. Just based on stat line, I don't think there are many 3 costs. I think this card is decent, but the search will probably not be any